Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams. I am back in Fort Washington, Maryland with Zariah and cooking again tonight, and I am making yummy Dijon tuna burgers. They are so delicious, and you can eat them with any type of sauce that you want. You can use my guasacaca. Actually, that's Juan's guasacaca. You can use a zero sugar ketchup. You could use sour cream. You could use, what else? Guacamole on top. There's so many options. So super simple, and then you can pair it with whatever low carb vegetable that you want. If you like tuna burgers, put like them in the comments. If you've never had them, put never had them. Heart, share this video so that more people can make this. And this is gonna be delicious. So it's really easy. All we're going to do is take 4 cans of tuna full fat in water, and we are going to mix this with 1/4 cup Dijon mustard and 1/4 cup mayonnaise. 1/4 cup Dijon mustard and 1/4 cup mayonnaise. There's my Dijon. Now the mayonnaise. Tell me where you're watching from and what veggie you would pair these with. You could also use any of my breads or tortillas to eat this in between or on top of, or you can just eat them straight. We're gonna eat them just straight, but you can definitely do the other. All right, let me get this out, mayonnaise. And then we're going to mix that. So let me mix that. And then we're going to add one more liquid, and then we're gonna add some spices and then one extra special ingredient, and then it is almost done, ready to make patties. Make our burger patties. Okay, now going to add 2 egg whites. 2 egg whites. I'm gonna mix those really well. And then I'm going to add 2 more things. I have 2 more ingredients and 2 spices. And then they will be ready to bake. Now we're going to add to this, we're going to add 1/4 cup of green onions that are sliced into like little tiny pieces. 1/4 cup of green onion. If you don't like green onion, you can leave it out. Tell me if you would keep it or leave it, the green onion. Keep it or leave it. And now we're gonna add our spices before we add the last ingredient. So we're gonna add a quarter of teaspoon of garlic powder. A quarter teaspoon of garlic powder. And 2 teaspoons of dill weed. 2 teaspoons of dill weed. I love dill weed. It smells so good. I love the smell of dill weed. 1, 2. 2 teaspoons of dill weed. We're gonna mix that. And then we have 1 more ingredient, and we're gonna form our patties. And you can do this onto parchment paper. So there's 2 ways that you can bake these. You can bake them in the oven on parchment paper on a cookie sheet with parchment paper or the silicone mat, or you can put them in a pan and cook them on each side 5 to 6 minutes. Tell me which you would prefer. I'm gonna bake them because I wanna walk away and do other things. Now the last thing is 1/2 cup of ground almonds. So this got close to powder or to like a flour, but it's not quite. So it's more like you can kind of see that there's some more chunks versus just almond flour. So I just took my almonds and put them in my Ninja, and pulsed it until I got that consistency. And this helps with the egg. This helps make these the burger. Okay, now here we've got it. And I am going to now form my patties. Now these are patties that are gonna, like, we're gonna form while we put them on, because it's together, but it's not like together. You can see that it's still kind of disconnected, but it will stay connected because of the egg. So I'm gonna move to my baking sheet. Tell me where you're watching from. I'd love to say hi. And if you like tuna burgers, put like them. If you've never had them, put never. And then if you would add the green onions, put add them. If not, put leave them. And then I want to know, what else do I want to know? What veggie you would pair these with. I actually don't know yet which veggie we're gonna pair it with, because I haven't looked in my fridge. I need to see what we have. Maybe green beans, maybe broccoli, maybe peppers. I don't really know. All right, so I'm grabbing some of this and I'm gonna make it into, you might not be able to see, into a patty, but more with like onto the parchment paper or onto the silicone mat. And you don't want it super thick because you want it to be able to cook on both sides. And you can make it as big of a circle as you want, but not overly thick. We're gonna bake it on both sides. So I have my oven actually preheated to 400 degrees because I want to make sure that it, I don't want it to take forever. And so I want it to cook a little bit faster. So I'm gonna bake it, I'm gonna flip it once it's been baking. So I'm gonna put this over here. I might need to make room somehow for another set instead of using another cookie sheet. I'm making mine like kind of medium small burgers, but you can make yours even bigger. You can make them a full like regular burger size in terms of like the circle, the diameter of the circle. Okay, so I have like half here, maybe not. I might have, it's probably gonna make 8 of these size. I think it's looking what it's gonna be. It's about 8 of this size. Maybe I'll make these ones bigger on this end because I have more space. And then it might be 6 plus some small bite-sized ones. 6 bigger or 2 bigger ones. I don't know. You can make it however the quantity you want, or you can make them exactly the same as much as you can. And see how that goes. All right, so that is it. This is the recipe. You should try it and let me know also. I want to know what you would dip it in or what you would use on top of your burger. Like, would you use guacamole on top? Would you use spinach on top? Would you make it like with a BLT? Would you put bacon on top? Would you use, what would you put on top? Would you use guacacaca? Would you use sour cream? Would you use zero sugar ketchup? Tell me what you would use, and I'd love to see it in the comments. Like, share, heart this video. People need to know that they can do this too. All right, that's it. Try it from my house to your kitchen. Oh, how long? 400 degrees. First, you're gonna do 10 to 12 minutes in there until they're golden brown set in this, and then you're gonna flip it, and then 8 to 10 minutes golden brown on the other side. And then you're ready to go. Make sure it's set in the center, that it's not like liquidy. All right, from my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye.